Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining. It is your girl, Linda Shelton here, and today we're going to talk about eating too much when you're on Ozempic and what can happen to you, the side effects, and it can be a bad thing for those that ever done it. If you're on Wegovy or you're on Ozempic, it's semaglutide is what you're on, and there's some repercussions to that. So I'm not going to waste anyone's time, but before I get started, I do want to ask you, if you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing to the channel. We talk about lifestyle. Right now I am pre-diabetic and I started on Ozempic for my medication to control my diabetes and get my blood sugars lowered. And with that being said, it has not only lowered my blood sugar, it also helped me lose weight and be able to keep it off and continuing to lose weight. So give this video a big thumbs up because it does push it out to other people so more people can discover the channel. And thank you so much for your input. And if you want to, go ahead and leave a comment below. Don't forget to, if you subscribe to the channel, let me know where you're subscribing from. So, Memorial weekend. Normally, I'm not this big partier or anything like that, and that's not even where I'm going to go. However, it was a 3-day weekend. I'm sitting back. I recently moved in. Still haven't gotten everything together. That's why I'm right over here by my stairs. And haven't gotten my office set up. So really my knee's doing a little bit better, but I'm starting to consider I need to go to a specialist because it's not doing as good as I think it should. Just to kind of bring you up to speed where I'm at. I injured myself and haven't been able to walk, haven't been able to do very much of anything. So this weekend, I ended up, and I hate to say it, I didn't even say it to my group. I attend a group that helped me, manage my weight loss and help you to stay on track. And she did ask anybody if they had anything to discuss, and I didn't. I just really was so embarrassed. But let's say it was Sunday going into Memorial Day, and usually on Sundays I kick back and enjoy myself, maybe go out to buy a bite to eat and come on back home and relax or what have you. So this weekend, talked to a couple of friends, had a couple of visitors come by, and we sat there and had a couple drinks. And I hadn't really ate a whole lot. I think I had a tuna sandwich and I had a taco that morning. I started drinking a little bit of alcohol, and I kind of just, for some odd reason, I usually don't have a sweet tooth or anything, but this time I wanted to eat something that was a little sweet, and I had purchased some vanilla cookies. And so I ate, I think, 3 of them, which is servings 4. So I ate 3, went back and got the other one because it's a serving of 4. And then I'm like, well, I haven't ate dinner. So I had another 4. Why did I do that? I don't know why. I know that was not a healthy choice. At that moment, I rationalized, well, I'm going to take those calories and just use it for the cookies, which I know even in my class, that's what she's teaching us. Don't swap out something that has syrup and lactose, I believe it is, and that are unhealthy sweeteners, and on top of that, for having a nutritious meal, maybe a little salad with some, avocado, and maybe drizzle a little lemon over it or something like that. But I just wasn't feeling it. I hadn't had anything sweet. I shouldn't have even bought them. That was my first mistake, even bringing them up in the house on Saturday. So that's what I did. I ended up eating about 8 of those, and I was feeling fine at first. Probably about 2-3 hours later, because one thing that the semaglutide does, it slows down your digestive. So what happens is something that may really affect you even more quickly if you're taking this medication. When I say affect you, meaning in your stomach, the effect is going to be a little bit longer. So I just started feeling very lethargic all day. It started around noon, 1 o'clock. Then I laid down and tossed and turned. Then I started getting acid reflux. And I'm just like, what is going on here? And then I'm like, it's no telling. So I took a little nap, woke up, still had the acid reflux. It was getting worse. So I went and had some water. I hadn't really drank that much water that day, which again is not a good thing. And I had a couple bottles of water throughout the next couple hours or so. Again, after I had the water, I thought I was feeling better, but all of a sudden the acid reflux started coming up again. And I'm like, oh gosh, this is not a good sign. So I ended up all of a sudden have to rush to the bathroom, and I throw up, a lot. And after that, I threw up a second time. And then after that, I finally threw up a third time. So basically what came out of my body was, I want to say, a lot of fluids, as well as I've seen the cookies and the filling and all that kind of stuff. So the moral to this story, and the only time I've ever gotten sick on Ozempic is when I'm eating stuff that I really should not be eating. I think I have another video where I talk about how I started having some of the symptoms where you have an upset stomach and stuff like that. Is only when I've eaten stuff that I normally have not been eating that is unhealthy for you. These cookies were not any kind of health cookies or anything. So there was not even something that was even halfway healthy. They were horrible for me, and I shouldn't have been eating them. Last time it was some fried chicken. I can eat baked chicken, no problem. So with that being said, I just, it's very embarrassing to me when you shouldn't have it. I rationalized in my head. I might have, if I would have stopped when I just had the first 4 instead of having 2 servings of it, I probably wouldn't have. It would have went down. But since I got greedy with it and even rationalized in my head that I'm going to substitute this for a meal now, and I'm okay with that because I wasn't really hungry, so I ate the other 4 just to get that sugar, and I really hadn't had a sugar craving. And I'm not a sugar person. That's where I don't know where that came from. I don't know if it was just because they kept looking at me in the eye that made me want to have the sugar more. But that's kind of what happened, guys. And, when you're on Ozempic, you really do need to watch what you eat. And it kind of forces you to, in a certain sense, because look at what happened with the cookie incident. I don't think it was the 2 drinks, because I've had 2 drinks before, but I've also had healthy meals, maybe had a snack, an apple or something like that, something that was sweet, but it was healthy on top of it. My body actually can digest it. Instead, I go off the deep edge and eat those cookies, and it was a matter of several hours. They were just like back up. So a word to the wise, that don't try to really, if you know you probably shouldn't be eating it, don't eat it. However, I do have one good thing, because I do have to weigh myself once a week, because the class that I'm going to is, I forget the name of it. Anyways, there's a health coach and, of course, other people that's doing the same thing. And it's more of a diabetes type situation to help you and monitor you on your eating, help you to lose weight. I did lose 1 pound after all, not being able to exercise, not being able to really do much of anything. I did do some arm exercises sitting down because of my knee, but I still lost 1 pound. And the week before that, I lost 2 pounds. So I'm still getting the weight off. It is my weight loss have slowed down at this point, but I'm still getting the weight loss, which is good news. I'm so happy about that. You know, is it a little person back in my head saying, what would have happened if you didn't eat those cookies? Yeah, you know, but I did throw them up. So did that really affect me? I don't know. I don't think all of them came up. Maybe they did. I don't know. It was a lot of fluids too that came up with it because, you know, digestive, but you could tell it was mainly the cookies that came up. So I just wanted to share this story. Maybe it'll help you, at least when you're trying to binge eat or start eating something wrong, that maybe it'll remind you of this video. I know for me, I'm going to remember of the chicken incident and now the cookie incident, why I don't want to eat bad, because it's not going to turn out good. I'm going to start feeling very tired and sick, and it's not worth it. It's better just to eat healthy. However, you know, we are human. We're going to have our downtime. We're going to fall short sometime. So I just want to encourage anyone out there that has diabetes, this channel. I have a section about diabetes. I'm pre-diabetic and also on Ozempic or Wegovy. If you are taking any type of medication to control your diabetes, or you're on a weight loss journey, this is a channel for you. We also talk about personal finance as well. And I have some other videos that you can watch as well on personal finance. So consider joining the channel if you haven't already. Until the next video, I see you then.